What does radiation do to people?
So it's like little particles that are accelerating really, really fast, and so they punch holes in you that are microscopic, like through your DNA, and ruin your DNA.
No, but it's just
So then
the
your
DNA gets fucked up.
well, because then your DNA unravels, and if that happens in enough of your cells, you like dissolve.
And you could like grow an ear though, right? Can you like grow an ear on your stomach or some shit?
No.
You would develop crazy burns, and your insides would all fucking explode on each other.
So what am I thinking of? Because like sometimes when you get like bad radiation shit,
Yeah, that's just like
it
movie
leads
stuff.
to
That doesn't really.
oh, that's sci-fi. That's not real.
Yeah, no. If you get other chemicals when you're in utero, like when your mom's pregnant, if
Yeah.
she gets like hit with Agent Orange or something, then like that, then you get born with like 3 arms and you're all
That's
fucked up.
sick.
No.
That's sick. Imagine being a baby with a third arm. You think they'd cut it off like a circumcision, or do you think they would like? Do you think they would keep you with the third arm, and then you would have to decide when you're older to get rid of it by yourself or not?
You should Google Agent Orange babies. I think you'd have a field day with this.
Do they not survive?
They don't live long, but you know some of them.
Is it because of the third arm?
Yeah, I don't think it's good for the circulation. Yeah, that's what gets you, dude.
Can you imagine a small baby, 3-arm, big tail, long tail, baby hanging from ceiling by tail, 3-arm, juggling 6 bananas.
Speaking of being malformed, 2 of my
Malformed is my favorite Harry Potter character. Go ahead. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, never mind.
I went in for it, and then you left me. You fuck, dude. Do you want to get on camera and yeah? Do you want to introduce yourself? The camera's right there. You can say hi.
Yep.
Got Grace in studio today.
Grayson stewed.
I didn't hear the intro.
No, but I don't understand we don't do intros anymore.
Yeah, we're too cool.
It's way better to start off the podcast.
I
going
fucked
right
up
into
one
it.
too many, and Matt started hitting me, so we stopped.
That's not true. The
You have to not tell them that.
yeah, don't fucking say.
You walked into a door. You walked into a door.
No, but like when you first meet somebody and you like try to, if you develop a crush, you
Yeah.
automatically start limerence, don't you?
Limerence is like a heavier thing than that.
Limerence is my favorite kind of monkey. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's when you like become obsessive, and like even as you start maybe you start dating them, huge red flags will come up, and you'll just be like the guys in Chernobyl where you'll be like, "That's not true."
Right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Uh,
Damn, I've never had that, which is good.
Dude, that's the only way I know how to love women, dude. It's a real problem. Gotten in some real bad situations because of
Just
limerence.
ignore every red flag and be like, nah.
I'm pretty sure this girl's on
This isn't
heroin,
who-
but
this
like
isn't who
she's
you are.
chill. She's not.
She's
She's
having
not
a
on
bad
heroin.
day. She's having a bad day.
She fell asleep at the restaurant, but like she was tired. It's nice that despite how tired she was, she showed up to the date because that's how much she likes
Yeah,
me.
how about you
Obviously,
show some fucking respect?
yeah. I miss that heroin chick. She was cool. I could have saved her, dude. She didn't let me save her. I could have saved her. What are you gonna do?
Fuck.
Oh, I have some. So first of all, I'd like to address that after over 2 years of podcasting,
Yeah.
we finally missed an episode of the podcast for the first time
did.
ever. We
We
missed
did.
last week. And I'd like to apologize to the audience. We had a miscommunication.
I would also love to apologize to the audience.
And it's kind of on me because Matt was away. We thought we miscommunicated. And I thought we were going to make it work on a Tuesday.
I will
This
not
simply-
be apologizing.
this simply is not like Chris to miss an episode of the podcast.
Yeah, and so I was going to do a solo podcast, but then I was under the impression we were going to like do a late podcast on Wednesday and fix the situation, and that didn't happen. And then I
Right.
hadn't done the solo podcast, and then we were, I didn't want to like release one on Saturday. That seemed too close. So
Yeah, dude. So for everybody who was hoping for a podcast last week,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm
We're
really
sorry.
sorry about that.
Jesus.
We've lost all momentum. Our fans have abandoned us. They've all unsubscribed, moved on to greener pastures. They're probably all following the 40K War Lorecast now.
What's that?
It's my new favorite podcast.
4DK.
It's a Warhammer 40K lore, and these two like 50-year-old men just talk about how Warhammer was in the 80s and how the industry's changing, and they don't like it, and I love it.
Was Warhammer digital in the 80s?
No, it was a little tabletop game you played. It's the same as it is now. Just now we have video games too.
Warhammer's not a digital game?
Well,
It's a
there
board
are
game?
digital games. There's video games of Warhammer, but the original thing is
Yeah.
like a series of sci-fi novels and then they have little plastic men. You roll dice and you play each other.
Is it like D&D or is it not like D&D?
I mean, it's a tabletop game where you roll dice, but like instead of like one character you'd have in D&D, you have like an army of like 40 guys and like tanks and stuff.
So it's like Catan.
Sure, it's like Catan and D&D together. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you play as the Tau, go fuck yourself.
Okay, bad.
You spoonhead fish fuck.
Okay.
That was for 3 people that know what that is.
What is so it's different now than it used to be. People don't like it.
Because with the popularity of games like Space Marine 2, it's and the Amazon episode, Hidden Level, that had a Warhammer episode, which was sick, by the way. Go watch it. It's attracted a lot of hobby tourists, as they're called, where people who have never known about Warhammer 40K, that really the game is not for you, coming in and being like, this is cool, let's play this. And they're like, we don't like this part of the game. Why is everyone a space racist?
That's how I feel about you guys in COD.
And it's like, I've been playing COD since before you were alive. Shut the fuck up. You're the hobby tourists that ruined my game. You fuck.
You're the kid who got so mad at being bad at it as a child
Now you
that
guys
he
are
became super fucking sweaty about
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
now you guys are turned.
You
hobby
guys came in and be like, how come you can't do dances and I can't play as a shark? That's what's happening to Warhammer right now. They're like, how come there's no female custodes? And it's like, because custodes are clones of the Emperor, and the Emperor's a man. You can play Sisters of Battle. They're like warrior nuns. They rule. I actually play them sometimes. They're fucking sick. I love them.
Yeah.
That's where the
And they're
female
like,
characters
no,
are.
we want female characters.
There's a whole female faction, and they're like, not enough. And you're ruining the game.
We're literally giving you a Captain Marvel of Warhammer.
Warhammer 40K is the last refuge of the weird incel. Let us have our space racism. Let us have our weird God Emperor, chauvinism. That's the fun of the. It's a dark future. They're not. No one's the good guy. That's the whole point. Is everyone's the bad guy. And now they're trying to introduce like social issues into it. And it's like, I don't even disagree with the social issue. Just this is not the platform to express it on. This is a game about bad guys. And you're trying to make a good guy in it, and that's not how this works.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of like life. Everything's black. Nothing's black and white. Everything's gray. No one's good. No one's good character.
No one's good. Well, that's the problem with the Tau, is they introduced the Tau in like 4th edition, and they tried to make the Tau the good guys because they're space communists. And then they had to retcon it because everyone got so mad. They're like, actually, the Tau are being controlled by evil psychics that run their society, so they're not good anymore. And everyone's like, okay, based. For a second there, I thought there was a good guy. I didn't like that. I didn't like how they were trying to like save people. So yeah, that's my rant on Warhammer for the day. So thank you, Space Marine 2, for actually giving us a good adaptation of the game, but also fuck you for introducing all these people to Warhammer. They'll all be gone in 3 years. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's a small hype. That
Small
will
hype.
eventually die down.
Yeah, and then the game will collapse because they invested too much money in it.
There you go. And then it'll get another bigger resurgence when someone's like, remember Warhammer 40K? I want to invest a whole bunch of money into that. And then a fucking whole Reddit crypto scam happens about Warhammer 40K, and they pump it.
Also, Warhammer 40K, I will say, if you read the novels, weirdly progressive universe. There are tons of important, powerful female. It is. No, because here's my argument. Here's my argument with how you've actually, in trying to make Warhammer progressive, you've made it regressive. Because the progressive characters in Warhammer there are tons of powerful female characters in the game that, and in the books, this is expressed, that just do shit that happen to be women, and that's not a focal point of their character. They're just a competent person in the universe that happens to be a woman.
Yeah.
And then these new people came in, and it's like, what if the whole point of their character was that they were a woman? It's like, that kind of defeats the whole feminist arc in the thing, really. If you're like centraling the character around them being a woman, you take away from the fact that they're a multifaceted, interesting character.
Right. You know what? Let's do this. Hi, Mom. You're on the podcast with me and Chris. What's going on?
Hi, Tina.
Oh, hey, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're here with Chris, Ben.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, correct.
To all your listeners as well. Happy New Year, guys.
Thank you. They all said thank you, Mom. We retrospectively told you, reading the comments for you.
Oh, that's awesome. What's going on for today?
We're doing the podcast, and then I got to go work my last shift at Stress Factory.
Are you actually performing tonight?
I don't think so.
Who's on the show?
No.
Charleston
No.
White. That's all I know.
Oh, that's the New Year's Eve show.
That's
Dude,
what it
What's
is.
he
Chris
needs
doing?
me,
Do you have
dude.
anything going on tonight?
Chris, what do
needs
you got going on tonight?
I got nothing going on.
Oh shit! You want to come to Stress Factory? Just hang out with us.
I'll hang out, yeah.
You could if you have nothing
Oh,
else going on.
that's cool.
Feel free.
Don't make me feel sad about it.
Because it's your last day.
You having nothing going on is sad. Sorry.
Last day, it is
Okay,
sad.
Chris,
It's
Grace,
a
and I have
sad
nothing
day.
going on either.
Sorry. Say that again, Mom. I can't hear you.
It's going to be a sad day. It's your last day.
I think so, but also who knows? In a couple months, if I need some more pocket money, I go back. They welcome me with welcoming all.
Let's give a
moms.
round of applause for Matt leaving Stress Factory.
We finally did it.
I'm so grateful for Vinny for doing this to
Oh yeah, for sure. Vinny knows that. I tell Vinny that I love him all the time.
Who told you to go work for the Stress Factory?
Who did? I don't remember who did that. That was a long time ago. Who said that?
That was me.
Give it
Oh,
up for
was you?
Tina, dude.
Wow.
Start Matt's comedy
Tina really
career.
did. She really did. She did it. So many people-
I see my son up there.
So many people
And there
call
you
me
go.
mom, and they're like, I'm the reason that you are who you are today. And I'm like, what? Like, I have friends from high school being like, that you wouldn't be where you are if I didn't.
I want to go on record. I
couldn't do
take
it.
no
Oh, no.
responsibility for this. I want to remove myself as much.
Be honest.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, we don't associate with
I
Matt and
went
his
to
weird
see
high
a
school
show
friends.
with Dawn and Vera, and we saw,
Dawn?
and I just looked down at that stage. I'm like, Matt can be here.
Oh
This is
yes,
what
that
Matt
is
would
true.
love to do.
See, in my head, I was like, all right, mom, you're telling me that you technically did. You technically did introduce me to Stress Factory. That's because you wanted your son to have a job, not because. But
That
no,
would
but
be
you're,
great
no, but no. But the
reception.
reason was, yeah, you
Wow,
thought it was gonna be
dude.
good. You thought it'd be a good fit. I appreciate that.
It was a good fit. How many years were you there?
3 years.
And it's 3 years.
Three and a
that's
half.
good. Now moving on up into bigger and better things.
Mom,
right?
how do you feel that your son has accumulated over 1 million followers on social media?
The pause break gone.
How do I feel?
Please clap.
How do you feel?
I always message you. What do my messages say to you?
I'm so proud of you. I love you.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you ask? No, you want me to say it? You want me to validate it?
Yeah, no, no, you're
Your
good.
brain is broken.
I'm
so
just
proud of my
I'm being
dad.
cocky
New
on
year, new
purpose
us, right, Matt?
for funny. What?
New year, new us. Here's the 2025, buddy.
Yup.
All right. Well, Chris, here's the 2025 for you and Ben and everybody also.
Thank you,
Let's do
Tina.
this.
Tina,
We
yay.
love you. We'll talk
Love
to
you,
you soon.
Tina.
All right.
All
Happy
right,
New
bye.
Year.
Love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye. We were talking about taxes.
This conversation isn't fun. We get it. You don't know you have to do quarterly.
No, but I only have no. I'm not gonna do quarterly taxes. No one does quarterly taxes. I will.
If
say,
you're going solo out of Stress Factory and starting your own LLC, you definitely should.
I'll do it once a year. What's the problem? Remember, you used to be so disgusted by me.
Yeah.
Now you're not. Now Chris is never disgusted by me.
Anyway,
What was that look?
I have an update.
Yeah.
A long-awaited update. Many of you have DM'd me asking more information about Craig, and I'm happy to say
Craig update.
that this last week I got an update on Craig.
You did?
After like 6 or 7 years of no contact, me and my friends have been, let me think. I've probably talked to Craig since I was, it's probably been like 6 years. None of my friends have heard from him.
Is the update from the horse's mouth himself, or is it
So
from?
I'm going to explain all this. So
Okay, I can't wait. Well, by the way, when you talk about just something named Craig and say you have an update, in my heart it feels like you're talking about a frog.
he is kind of frog-like, honestly. Very
Go ahead.
moist. So I was talking to my friend Jake, who you met on
Yeah,
Discord, right? And we were talking the other night while playing Pokemon in Tabletop Simulator, which is honestly highly recommend. We were playing a Pokemon game, and I lost because he counterpicked me with a water deck. I was playing fire. Fuck you, dude. Play fair. But anyway, he was telling me that he over the holidays ran into Newman, which is one of the 12-year-olds.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I think I explained this
Go
on
ahead.
previous.
Explain.
So the younger group of drug addicts we hung out with we called them 12-year-olds as a joke because they were younger. They weren't
Okay,
actually
okay.
12.
Yeah.
And that's where Craig, that was his cohort that he was around.
Yeah.
And so Newman was always a good guy, has his life together and everything, right? And so
And Newman was also his nickname, or was that his real name?
nickname. Yeah, no one has real names. So Jake ran into Newman and was asking Newman if he knew, because we haven't seen Newman in forever.
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, so Craig still lives in the New Hampshire town he went to college in,
Okay.
which I won't say the actual place. He went to college in New Hampshire. He stayed up there after college, and he is now a janitor and lives up there full time and does not have a car or license and walks everywhere in New Hampshire
Oh my god.
as a janitor.
Oh my god.
So we were really hoping that he had turned his life around so much that he didn't want to deal with us, and
Yeah.
it looks like it might have been the other way, that it went so badly that he didn't want to deal with us.
he literally could not deal with you guys anymore because he lost his phone and he walks everywhere.
Yeah, so that was a really sad update. That was not a great
Jesus Christ.
Christmas update.
Oh no.
And then, ironically, another one of the 12-year-olds lives.
you ruined his life.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did. Like, in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Rickety Cricket? That's kind of what we did to Craig a little bit. He used to be a priest, and then by the end, he's a homeless meth addict. So that's what we. But apparently,
Holy shit.
another one of the 12-year-olds that doesn't have a nickname, so I won't name him.
Yeah.
Apparently, lives in Buffalo
Uh-huh.
and also doesn't have a car, and walks around in Buffalo going places. So no one really got out of there okay.
What the fuck is going on?
I might have been a bad role model for
But like they came from Connecticut, which is a place where everybody's financially stable.
They came from a nice part of Connecticut, dude.
Exactly. Dude, they gave it up to just pursue drug.
Yeah, dude, that's what life's about, dude. Drug.
Drug.
So that unfortunately it's not the exciting conclusion to the Craig saga I had hoped for. It's actually just very sad.
So he probably doesn't have, what is he doing all the time? If he's just being a janitor and walking everywhere, do you think he does things like video game or like talk to people on social media or anything like that? Or
That's all the information I was given.
Jesus.
And
How does Jake feel about it?
It was like third-hand information because it was
Were you
like
and Jake talking
Newman
about it, like-
told Jake and then Jake told me. So I don't know how,
Yeah.
We didn't feel great about it because we were like, I really hope he escaped us and did something with his life. And it's like,
Right.
I think we really did some permanent damage on that little Vietnamese kid.
Dude. Imagine now he's janitorizing. He's cleaning up a building. He has a mop and shit, and he still talks like that.
I'm just got to clean the rooms. Got to make sure they're clean. And if I make enough money doing this, I can buy weed afterwards and go on Reddit. It's gonna be sick.
Hey, I know I'm your boss, Craig, and I probably shouldn't give you advice, but maybe you should save up all that money to buy a car.
No. Driving gives me anxiety, which is totally not linked to me being on weed every time I try it. Unrelated.
The anxiety was developed over the years of doing hard drugs with you guys.
Probably.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that didn't make me feel great. That wasn't
dude.
good. So
That would have been so beautiful if Craig had, if you had gotten an update and Craig was like,
I was hoping he was like a lawyer
A
or
millionaire.
millionaire.
fucking dude has like a whole family. And
What I
shit.
do, I won't say on air, but I know exactly where he is, so we can go find him.
Fuck.
How funny would that be? Because there's no way he's aware of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If just randomly in like the town he lives in now, people are like, "Oh, Craig!" And he's like, "That's not my name. I moved up here to get away
he
from
gets
this."
a fucking dude. Oh,
Gets
my
a Vietnam flashback.
God. Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Jesus Christ, I can't believe you guys did that to him.
Yeah, Matt, you really met me at the best time when I was sober and finding God and becoming a good person. And
Yeah,
I was
dude.
really not for most of my
100%,
life.
dude.
Yeah.
It's so hard to picture you as that kind of guy. Like you guys have also met me at such a. No, not really. I've been this way for a while.
No, so when people accuse me of being like, closed-minded or sexist or whatever, it's like I am done so much work on myself. Be appreciative. This is the version of me you're meeting.
That's so true. That's so true, dude. That's so fucking true. I feel like for me, when thinking of like how we have changed over time, it seems like when I think my core stayed the same. Maybe outer factors have changed, which might either make me less or more comfortable or less or more anxious about life in general. But I feel like if someone's ever like, you've been nicer, the answer is because I didn't know them as well as I know them. Like once I feel absolutely comfortable with a person, I am this way to them. I'm this way to them. If we're friends and I'm not like shitting, like I don't know, shitting on
I don't
you,
know, Matt.
treating you
I'll
like
be honest. You texted me a really nice message last night at like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And my first thought is Matt's breaking up with me, dude.
No, not at all.
What the fuck is this about?
No,
dude?
that was a really kind message.
No, it was, but it's like
that
that's
I sent you
that's where I'm at. I was like, I'm fucked up.
because I feel like you don't hear it enough.
I appreciate
And also,
that.
I feel like I don't do enough to let you know sometimes.
That was very sweet. That
You
did
know?
make my night.
so.
But me being the person I am, I was like, I'm getting dumped.
I'm sick
I'm
and
getting
tired
dumped
of
by Matt,
everybody
dude.
around here thinking that I feel like I'm better than you guys.
See, I didn't think that, but now that you say that,
But the way you guys treat me, it makes me feel like you think that I think that I'm better than you, and I don't appreciate that, and therefore I'm gonna start being real nice.
we're nothing but nice and supportive. You're like, oh, so you think I think
100%.
I'm better than you? And it's like, how did
Yeah.
you get that out of our
Yes,
treatment of
yeah,
you?
yeah. And it's probably rooted in some childlike trauma.
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows?
You know, that's the best thing. And anything in your life, childhood trauma, it's not my fault.
Yeah, dude.
The way I treated Craig, I was just paying forward the way my dad treated me. You know,
The reason I'm so angry now is because I used to be angry as a kid and nobody ever said anything, so I kept being angry.
Yeah.
You ever feel like people like literally like what age do you feel like people stop caring about you in general?
like what do you?
Because like in terms of like I feel very special like, that I have like the mom that I have who like cares about me and like honestly like tries to get me like a good presents every year for Christmas. But she's the only person that's like actively, you know, like
No.
we have friends and shit, which is cool. But like when we were little, I felt like everybody cared about me. Like everybody
I
cared
think-
what I was doing and
I think
like, invested in my
up till
future.
you're like 12, everyone cares about you, and then after that is really just your mom and like if you're lucky, your grandma. And that's,
For you,
that's,
it was
really
12. For me, it was like 21. Like I felt like everybody was highly invested in like who I was gonna become as a person until like I went to college.
No,
Because even in college, I was doing pretty good. I was majoring in theater. I was like top of. I was one of the best, you know, theater kids in whatever the region or whatever. So with all that, when I kept getting accolades like that, people were just like fueling that like. Oh, Matt's gonna be something, gonna be an actor or whatever the fuck. So everybody like had me in high regards, and like my whole family was like that.
No, I think for me, it's my mom. Shouts out my mom, honestly.
Yeah.
Has always had my back my entire life. And I've
the
been
mom episode.
exceedingly difficult my entire life. So shouts out to her. Other than that, like, I don't know, my dad, when I hit like 7 or 8, just like sat me down and was like, listen, you have to be successful as a man in this world. You have to be successful. Listen, you're a straight white guy. You have no excuses, and you're better than all these people, and you have to prove it. He was a racist. We've been over. He was a racist. And he's like, you have to be better.
You're white, you're male, and therefore you're better.
You're better, and you have to prove that. And if you do anything but be a millionaire with a hot wife, you are honestly a failure, and I don't ever want to hear from you again. And listen, he's to his credit, he's been true to his word. I've not heard from that guy in a long time.
That's great.
You know.
That's so good. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of You Should Be Worried. My name is Matt Lopes. You can find me everywhere at Matt Lopes or Matty Fucko on social medias. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this podcast episode. If you enjoyed it, I think it was a really good time. This is our last episode of the year. 2024 is fucking over.
It's actually-
2025 is...
It's actually not our last episode of the year. It's our first episode of the
Oh yeah, because when it releases.
Last episode recording in 2024, also first episode release of 2025. This episode's doing two big things at once. You guys can check us out, Chris Warren Comedy out on all social media platforms. Make sure you check out his dates on his stories and stuff like that. DM him if you have a girl in mind that you think would be good for him. Also check out the sketches at ITM in the making ITM on social media. BennyBoy_28 is our producer. And then also what am I missing anything? Like, comment, subscribe in the video. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, share this with your
did
friends.
it?
Send this to strangers.
Share, leave a comment what your favorite part of the video was, or what you think your realistic superpower probably is if you had one. I think that's funny. I want to listen to more people's what that would be. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next week, and have a good one, guys.
Yeah.